Time now for News Extra on KNEB, brought to you by Intralinks. And with our program, here's Kevin Mooney.
Thank you, Dennis. Good morning, everyone. John Schmall is here from Bayard. Made the trek down in the snowy weather, although he said it really wasn't too bad coming down. Huh?
No, just wet roads pretty much till the east edge of Scottsbluff, and then I hit some slush.
Yeah, but that's about it.
That's about it.
All right, good deal. So anyway, he's here to talk about this great fundraiser they're going to have over at the Bayard Depot Museum coming up this Friday night, a wine and beer sampling event. Tell us about it.
Correct. Every year for the last several, the museum board has held a fundraiser called the Sip and Sample. It's a wine tasting. We've expanded that a little bit into a beer tasting, and there's appetizers and hors d'oeuvres available. This year we're featuring Nebraska-made wine and beer. The beer is from the Kincaider Brewing Company in Broken Bow, and the wine is coming from Feather River Vineyards in North Platte and from Max Creek Winery in Lexington.
All right, so you got a lot of different wine and beer and beer choices.
Yes,
I suppose.
Several.
Well, that's good.
Several.
And this is from 5 to 9 on Friday night. Cost is pretty minimal, right?
$10. Tickets are $10. You can get them at the door, or you can get them at Simplot in Bayard.
All right, and the museum has kind of an interesting little history. Believe it or not, it's like the third different depot that was erected in Bayard?
Correct. The first depot building was built around 1900, and it was actually a pre-built building that the railroad moved in on cars. When they constructed that, Bayard actually was not located where Bayard is now. It was a little further to the west, closer to Western Sugar. When the railroad came through, Bayard moved, so they were on the railroad, and that's actually when they established the name Bayard. In 1920, a new depot was built. The old one was hauled off to some other new railroad town. And then in 1928, the current building was built. And that's the building that is there today. Original walls, original woodwork, mostly original windows. It has withstood time and trains exceptionally well.
Yeah,
exceptionally
really
well.
Fantastic. Yeah, built in 1928, so it's almost 100 years old.
Getting close. The railroad closed the depot in 1985. Burlington Northern did. They no longer needed it. And in the mid-90s, a group of people formed an organization to purchase the depot, and then they refurbished, collected articles for a museum, and officially opened the Bayard Depot Museum in 1999.
All right, and it's still open today, and it's open basically through the summer, Memorial Day through Labor Day, although you kept it open this year a little longer simply because the weather was nice and people were coming.
Yeah, right? we had people coming well into September, a lot of travelers, a lot of out-of-state and out-of-country travelers. So we made the decision. We were able to keep it open through September this year, which worked out very well for us. Very well.
We'll take a break, talk about some of the things in the museum, and then I'll encourage you once again to get over to the sampling so you can help out with this fundraiser for the museum right after this.
Is your wireless computer network secure? With their years of professional service, you can trust Intralinks Technical Solutions to keep your small or medium business computer system up and running. Not having a secure wireless network can put your computers at risk. Call Intralinks at 632-6590 to have one of their highly experienced techs set up, troubleshoot, and secure your wireless network. For weekly tips and information, friend Intralinks on Facebook at intralinks.net/Facebook.
We are back on News Extra. Very thankful that John Schmall is here from the city of Bayard talking about the big fundraiser Friday night for the Bayard Depot Museum. It's a wine and beer sampling event. They have hors d'oeuvres, appetizers. You get to sample Nebraska beers and wines from 5 to 9 p.m. It only costs you $10. That's the fee to get in. And once again, how do people get tickets? They can get them at the door, or you'd like folks to get them ahead of time.
Correct. Right? We'd like to have a pretty good count ahead of time. You can get them at Simplot in Bayard, 586-1814, or you can get them at the door. We'd gladly hold them for you. We're just trying to get a good head count if possible.
All right. So, like you said, a fundraiser for the Depot Museum. What all is in the museum?
Our museum has a collection as varied as our town. The event's held right there, which gives people good opportunity to kind of wander and view what's in the museum. There is a lot of school-related items. We have every yearbook. We have old uniforms, old Letterman jackets, lots of old pictures of different school activities. You figure Bayard had a school starting back in the 1880s. There is a lot of Western Sugar history. Western Sugar, or the Great Western Sugar Company, built their factory in 1916, was a part of Bayard for many, many years. A lot of items relating to Western Sugar, a lot with farming. Bayard at one time had at least one implement dealership. Some of their items are there, lots of antique horse-drawn farm equipment's there. A lot of household items. People have donated old cook stoves, old wedding dresses from the 1880s, old kitchen items. Several Bayard businesses have donated older artifacts from their stores, old signs. There's just a lot there. We have a lot of old newspaper articles that have been framed and mounted. What the Bayard transcript headline was on D-Day, when Armstrong landed on the moon, several different things.
All right, sounds cool. So once again, Friday night is the night, 5 to 9 p.m. Get over there for the wine and beer sampling event. $10 is the tickets, is the cost of the tickets, and we thank you, John, for stopping by.
You bet. Thank you.
All right.